Good morning, good morning. I'm sorry I was late. I was ready, but I was late. I'm sorry. Good morning, YouTube Al. How are you doing? Can you hear me? I think I'm on. I'm on, and I hope you guys can hear me. Let me. Okay, go. I hope you can hear me. If you're out there, let me know. Either if you can. Ohio gozaimasu, George. Can you hear me? I think you can hear me. um, okay, good, good, good. I don't know who that is. It just says Facebook user on my end, so I'm sorry. Um, there's a downside of ScreenYard. No, StreamYard, the software I'm using. Okay, good, good. Great, great, great. How are things going? Going is cold. It's very, very cold. Before you go, or before I forget to ask you, just hit the like button if you're here. That will help grow this channel. So I really appreciate if you can do that. Let me hear. Okay, so um, today we are going over this, right? Uh, Even though it's not directly related to Kendo techniques or uh, Kendo techniques or Katana techniques or whatever, uh, it is important. Without training partners, we cannot train Kendo. So how can we attract people? That's a very good question, and I've been uh, doing Kendo for 40, how long? 42 years now. And my half of Kendo life is been outside of Kendo. I went to New Zealand when I was 20, 19, 19 or 20. So I've been outside of Japan longer than I was in Japan now. So it's a very good question. And in Japan, they are having hard time to increase members because now less, we don't have, basically we don't have many kids now. So, and then soccer is popular, baseball in Japan is still strong, and they have more, many more choices, right? And then now we are like Kendo, uh, the population wise, it's huge. But you know what? There are many Japanese people who have never seen Kendo live before. They know about Kendo. They never seen Kendo in their life. It's a funny story, but it is true. Like when I go around to demonstrate Kendo, there always someone come up to me. Someone comes up to me and say, "Oh, I've never seen Kendo live. I know about Kendo. It's Japanese people." So that is the reality, guys. So how can we attract people to Kendo? That is very good question. And now you guys, you are here because you like Kendo. Yes, Kendo is attracting you, right? Why is that? I'm going to answer your question to question. Why are you here watching this live? maybe you're working, but still here. Maybe you're, nighttime, evening, but you're here, right? Why are you here? Why your friends are doing Kendo? Why do you want to do Kendo? You know, tell me. Tell me why you want to do Kendo. Of course, it doesn't matter the reason, um, but you're here. So I want to know why you're here. By the way, hit the like button. All right. Good morning, E. Is it your first time leaving the message? Alero, nice to see you. Thank you very much. Nice to have you here too. The topic from last time, Kendo promotion. Oh yeah. How to promote Kendo, right? Yeah. Yes. We're on it. Yes. Today's subject is about promoting Kendo. Yes, sir. I'm assuming you're sir because you said, "Oh man." So, if not, I'm sorry. Do great Kendo to get others to do Kendo. That's a fair point. That's very nice point. Natalia, hi. Val Deacon, good morning. Because it's a lifelong path. Because it's a lifelong path for growth. Yes, Sensei. Oh, Elizabeth. Hi, how's it going? Thank you for being here. Elizabeth from China. Very nice to have you here. Thank you. Good morning. Kendo is too different from, that's Mary E. Sorry. Marisol Barquero. Is that right? Everything else that I do, it changes me in so many ways. I'm still not comfortable to do Shia or to even use the men. Oh, well, you got to get used to it, right? Yeah, thank you, Elizabeth. I like your logo. Icon? What do you call it? Icon? I wish I can have a cute icon. Okay, Al, the problem is that when a person doesn't know something, how she gets to know it. And after knowing it, how is he supposed to know what to learn and how to learn it from scratch? That's a fair point, actually. Oh, hello, SJMD. I have a question. Is there any special range of age for practice? Nope. My father started Kendo when he was 55. So it doesn't matter how old you are, you can just do it. If you want to do it, do it. What's the point of living if you don't do it? If you want to do it, do it. Hello, SJMD. Doing Suburi. We're just doing Suburi and you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Appreciate your support. I enjoy Kendo because this is good. I enjoy Kendo because while it is a competitive sport, it's not a requirement to participate competitively, and you can just focus on personal development. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Thanks, my student made it. Made what? Sorry. Okay. Because the made it here, life. Because the one thing you said to me since before you fight, you have to look cool. True. I said that. I talk crap, don't I? Maybe I was drinking, George. All right. I'm here because someone took me to I fell in love. Nice. No rationals here. That's cool. It was love at first sight, Sensei. I saw Kendo training one day on the way to judo. Oh, nice. And I knew that I had to leave judo and do Kendo. 20 years have. Nice, nice. And that's what we talked about last time. Learning from scratch with a teacher it is difficult. As anything, it's like you don't have to go to school if you can learn everything from on your own, right? Probably it's possible there are tons of books and DVDs and YouTube videos now. But as I said, you need someone to correct you. So that's the hard part. Thanks a lot. Oh, Natalia, you're welcome. Welcome to this from Argentina. Thank you very much. There are many people that live in areas. That's very true. Where they are not dojos. That's the first my initiate purpose of the. Back in old days, I used to call it cyber dojo. And I wanted to share my knowledge to those who don't have access to Kendo Dojo. So that was my initial motivation to do this, to start broadcasting or making videos. So that's why we're connected, Elman. So that's good. The icon, oh, I see. It's hard, isn't it? I had to have a conversation like this, but thank you for Elizabeth telling me. That's very cute. Yeah, great. Facebook user, I'm sorry, I really hate about this of StreamYard because Facebook, when you type from Facebook, I cannot see the name. My first flash was because of Star Wars. That's good. Then I met great people in my dojo. Nice. I keep going because I really appreciate this door. It's a great philosophy that you learn by practice. That's very nice. That's very nice, guys. The first few months was very challenging, especially when I started wearing full board. Yeah, but our sensei and senpai are very supportive. That's good. Nice. So, guys, now, first, right? This is my personal opinion. I've done Kendo demonstration everywhere. Funny thing is, always from Alex Bennett Sensei, with Alex Bennett Sensei. Because I was in New Zealand and I was flatting with Alex Bennett Sensei. That was back in early 90s, and with other Kendo people, around the same age. So we did demonstration everywhere. We did run. I don't remember the name. Just casual running with bogu on, just publicity. And we did run. We did some demonstration at a bar. That was funny. People are drinking and we just start screaming at each other and hitting each other with a. I think there was a sumo wrestling going at a bar. I don't know what it was. And then, we just did it because we were asked. And then there was a free beer afterwards. So, all right, let's do it. So we did it. And that was fun, doing a Kendo demonstration at a bar. Assuming we are not there because we're trying to promote Kendo there, because it's a bar, everyone is drunk. And also, I did a Kendo in my psychology class. That was a bit of fun. Alex Bennett Sensei wanted to do it. So they came down in Borgers screaming. And there was a huge class, like 400 people were there. They're screaming and running down from stairs, and then grabbed my shin. I was sitting in my seat because it was a lecture, and they screamed, came in screaming, and then I grabbed my shinai and joined the kirikaishi and all, and then they left, and I went back to my seat and start, you know, the professor started continued his lecture. That was funny. It was just a full fun, right? So whatever, and also Japanese festival, we do Kendo demonstration and all. So people don't know about Kendo. Like I said, a lot of people, Japanese people, know about Kendo, but they never seen Kendo in front of you, in front of them, right? So they have never seen Kendo before. So there are Japanese, a lot of Japanese people like that. So that means they don't know about Kendo. And always funny story is that when Alex Benison, I don't know if I should be talking about him, but people say at the of course he doesn't look like Japanese. So when he goes to a bar and drinking, and this guy goes, "Oh, how long have you been in Japan?" "Oh, he's been in Japan bloody long time, right?" And such and such. Yes. "Oh, wow! No wonder why your Japanese is really good." And then he goes, "Oh, what do you do here?" "Oh, I do Kendo." "Oh man, what dan are you? A shodan or nidan?" "No, seventh dan." And they go, "Oh, whoa, sorry." So that's the thing. Like, people assume that if you look at you and they are not, you're not non-Japanese, and they assume you're a low grade holder. And it turns out a lot of people now all over the world, they have like fifth dan, sixth dan, seventh dan, right? All over the world. Hopefully we will have eighth dan non-Japanese. We have non-Japanese eighth dan, of course, but Caucasian maybe eighth dan. More Alex Since's story. If I talk about him more, I need to have a lot of beeps. Beep, beep, beep. So I cannot do it on live. I'm sorry. Oh yeah. So it's so weird because there are so many Kendo dojos in Japan. Yeah, it doesn't mean they know about Kendo. They have seen Kendo in life. It's about this though. If it's not under your radar, you don't care, right? So basically, let's say you want to buy a vehicle, and you never thought about it. You never thought about driving a car before, and then maybe I want to buy a car, and then you start looking around, and you start looking, oh, that car is cool, that color is cool, right? So people has to know, people has to realize it's out there first, and then they have to realize, oh, I want to do it. I want to do something Japanese, right? And then they start looking into Japanese stuff, and then, oh, this is cool, that is cool, and then judo, aikido, whatever, iaido, and then kendo out there. So it's a lot of we have to promote. That's for sure, guys. We have to promote. Funny thing is, when people come to my YouTube video, YouTube channel, that's because of Kimetsu no Yaiba, right? Demon Slayers. And then it's not. I don't know how many people come to my channel because of anime. Quite a bit. Some people leave comments. That's why I know. Maybe more people come here from anime, like searching anime things, and then come here. I think it's good. The doors should be open to everyone, so they will know about Kendo, right? They will know about Kendo. That's the first step. If they don't know about Kendo, how can we attract them? Right? Another reason maybe is because they don't need it everyday life, or they don't have time because they work 12 hours. That's true. That's true. So that means it doesn't matter if Kendo they want to do Kendo or not. It doesn't matter if they want to maybe do some basketball. Can they do it? Maybe they can. If they want to belong to a club, that's a different story, isn't it? If they want to belong to a class or club, then they have to adjust their work time, or they have to make time to go to the club. If you do just basketball, somewhere you need a basket, right? So if you find one somewhere out there, and then you can start shooting, right? So that's a bit different, right? And also, Kendo is not very cheap either. But anyway, so first, people have to know about Kendo, and probably, what's the benefit of Kendo? Like, it's not like Alman said, they don't need it in everyday life. Why do we do Kendo then, right? A lot of people, it's not self-defense. If you want to do self-defense, I would suggest that you do something else. You can use Kendo as self-defense, but you have to do Kendo as self-defense, right? So it's kind of different view. Whatever you do, if you do long enough, train hard, you will become stronger, right? You will become stronger. So probably you are stronger than any other ordinary people, physical strength-wise. You train. If you do weights, you become stronger, and you are stronger than some other people. Now, so from that sense, you can probably defend yourself better than them. Just physical strength-wise, right? And if you want to learn how to grab people, blah blah, do these kind of things, of course you have to learn how to do it. So it's not self-defense. Kendo is not directly related to self-defense. But if you start teaching Kendo with this umbrella, you can protect yourself with umbrella if you do Kendo. Is it true or not? I don't know. My friends told me that once he was surrounded by people with Bokto, but my friend he does Kendo. He used to do Kendo, and then he was surrounded by people with Bokto. I don't know everyone had a Bokto or not, but they start hitting him. But he said it didn't hurt at all because they don't know how to use it. Maybe they were using Bokto, crappy Bokto as well. So, and I just grabbed it when he was sitting there, grabbed it. So he did Kendo and up until he graduated from high school. We're the same age, so we did Kendo together. So in that sense, you're a lot stronger than ordinary people, and you know how to use Bokto. If we hit people with Bokto, it's going to be a big trouble, right? We can damage people easily because simply we know how to use it. So I think in that sense, we can use stick to defend ourselves. But it's not particularly we're learning for that. That's not the purpose of Kendo, right? But we can believe or not, we can use Kendo to fight. But again, we need a stick. Exactly. That's the whole point. Now, again, Kendo took its own course, and it's no longer help to protect yourself. It's to develop your physical strength and mentality, right? Mental strength. So it's the purpose is all different. Now, can we promote that part of Kendo? I feel a huge way to get new people in is people like you and Andy making content about it. If it wasn't for two of you, I probably would have never known. Oh, true. That's nice. Thank you. That's nice of you. It seems like Kendo is extremely isolated for many people to notice it on real life. Simply, a lot of people don't know about it. I think that's all right. So, guys, there are a lot of people out there. A lot of people, great Kendoists out there, and we have many compared to the rest of us. We don't have as many eighth dan sensei as we should have, maybe, but we have eighth dan sensei out there, and I don't know why we cannot touch them. It doesn't. We all experience that, right? It doesn't have to be eighth dan. My sensei is 80. I think he's almost 85. If I'm wrong, he'll be beating me up. But I think he's over 80 anyway. He still beats me up, right? So I think he still beats everyone up in that sense. So, I mean, it's not age. The people don't know about it, don't know, older people can fight against younger guys. And probably Kendo, you can do Kendo long time. Like, of course, probably you had to do Kendo since you were young. And then that's my sensei or older sensei now. They have experience, and then they did all basics, training and all that. Then they can beat up younger people. We have to know the process. So it's hard for Kendo late starters, right, to get there. But I think this is my hope. That's why I'm doing this Kendo channel. My hope is I can show you how to move your body to do Kendo quicker, right? Not quicker as in the process wise. We can make probably shorten process. You should be able to learn all the movement as, you should be able to learn it as quickly as the other sports. You see, it is hard. It's very unusual, but I'm hoping I can shorten the period of time that you can learn all the basics and move on to fun part of Kendo, which is to kick ass. No, to develop yourself physically and mentally through training. Okay, so if you can't strike men strong like that, or men kote men or men kai shito, if you can't do this cool stuff, it's not as fun as it should be, And from this distance, right? Alex Bennett says it's called spill point, but dead or alive. If you get in like 5 millimeter forward, all right, it's my distance, but I know if I get in, he will be striking me as well. So this intense situation has to be Kendo. you know, and I want you to enjoy that part of Kendo rather than, oh, I hit you or you hit me. That's the very early stage of Kendo. First, you have to learn how to hit targets, all right? And then you start realizing, oh, it's Kendo is not all about hitting each other. We have to have this mental fight, mental game beforehand. And if I do things right here, I should be able to get the target. So that is the fun part of Kendo. It's very hard to explain to non-Kendo people, right? And probably it's hard for beginners to understand what I'm saying as well. But the fact is, older sensei are still beating younger people, right? So that's about this. And if you do things right, it doesn't matter how fast you strike. Maybe you can hit a target like, oh, like that. But some sensei, older sensei says, if you do it right, you won't be able to strike me. That's a very famous phrase from this. I think it's 8th month. I don't remember who said it, but it said, if you follow the principles of the katana, you wouldn't be able to hit me. I thought, okay, that's deep. So it's different Kendo. They are still doing the Kendo, but it's different dimension, isn't it? So, but the sensei has also, they had a younger time, right? They went through this, Shiai phase, and then they gradually went to achieve that high, very high dimension. They reached to the high dimension. So I think learning movements really quickly is first thing we should do, so they can enjoy Kendo more. I understand the basic is important, but Kendo basics and applied technique, big main strikes and small strikes are completely different movement. So we have to show it to the beginners. They are two different things. So you have to do basics, this, right? You're gonna know how to use your body, and this is a very powerful strike, all right? And then you have to, by doing this, you use all the joints, right? And then you can make it compact, small, and then go, and then achieve almost same amount of power, this, right, with this, as this strike and this strike has to be similar strength, or maybe stronger to achieve it, right? To achieve great valid cut. So I think it's very, very important to learn basics, and how basics is based on katana movement, right? So if you do the Kendo basics correctly, you can learn Iaido quicker, because this is the same motion than Iaido, right? And then in Kendo, we have applied smaller strikes. Now you have to learn that too. So as instructors, we gotta kind of, Kendo, we leave it up to students too much, in my opinion. Okay, this is basics, this is applied technique. You have to study, train harder. And I think that's one way. And then I did that, and it works if your environment is good. Environment like you can train every day, or two or three times a week, hopefully more than 3 times a week. And you can train 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours every time you train. That's great environment. And you're surrounded by high grade holders. Super great, right? If your environment is good and train with them, you can improve. You see how to strike small, you're surrounded by teachers, right? And they strike like that, and you start mimicking them, right? How can we do that without such environment, like element, like your situation? That's why kind of I'm doing this. Okay, is it possible to combine kenjutsu technique with kendo techniques to make it more like a rough kenjutsu? You don't want to do that, mate. If you want to do that, you don't want to do kendo. Long story short, that kendo techniques are from kenjutsu techniques. Okay, so you don't get it wrong. So like kendo was a part of kenjutsu, and then we took it. The kendo took its own course. That's why we don't do as it's not similar. It is. Techniques are from kenjutsu, and some techniques are developed in kendo. All right, so we can do rough. George, you can tell him, but we used to have foot sweep. We used to have throw, right, in kendo. Why? Because it's combat system. It was a part of combat system. So still, the police officers in Japan, they do foot sweeps in shiai, in match. Depends on rules, of course. If they're allowed to do it, they will do it. All right. So it's about rule. We have rules, right, in shiai. So that's a sport. As long as we have rules, it's a sport. So that part, sports side of kendo, we don't do it. But training side of kendo, I don't know if people do this anymore, and I don't encourage this. When I'm gonna just tell you the fact. I was trained. My sensei used to throw me. My sensei used to foot sweep. Do foot sweeps. We do that. I mean, he did that to me. He did that to other students as well. That was pre-war kendo, we call. Okay. I don't teach students these techniques because, one, it's dangerous. If you don't know how to receive it, it's dangerous to do. Okay. And kendo really don't have these technique as official techniques. So we don't do it. All right. So now, if you want to do kenjutsu like sparring, you should be doing kenjutsu. And there are some kenjutsu schools put men on, and then they start grabbing each other. They do that. So I think you should do that. You don't want to mix them up. Okay. So I say kendo and kenjutsu are brothers. Okay, brothers. But kendo has its own way to do things now, and the classic style has their own way to do it. So if you start grabbing and all do that, and it goes to you just have to do kenjutsu, right? Because kendo people don't do it. So if you start doing that to kendo people, they'll go, "Oh, what are you doing?" And then you just piss them off. So you don't want to do that. Okay, can you give tips on how to properly execute basic stances used in kata? Oh, it's 9:40. Shall I keep going? Great videos. Great video on history of kendo. That's Alex Bennett Sensei does it, right? So yeah, watch history of kendo on Alex Bennett. Is it Kendo World channel? He has his own channel, so maybe Kendo World, they have Alex Bennett Sensei has some lectures on Kendo history. So go to Kendo World channel and watch his videos. Thank you, Elizabeth, for that. Yeah. For example, the waza I learned from you since kotenukime, the most fun part and the most crucial part is actually how to make the opponent confidently strike. Yes. Yes, man. Can you give tips on how to properly execute basic stances using kendo kata? Kendo kata, you mean wakigamae and hasso? In kendo? I have to talk about it next week. So if you SJMD, if you give me more about this in detail, I will talk about it next week. Oh, week. Okay. All right. So Jordan, we use it, right? In Kendo as a modern Kendo. Hasso, if you go like this, if you go from Jordan to come down, like they sometimes do this, it kind of hasso, right? Yeah, L tuning. So we do use these, but other things, I'll talk about it next week then. Let me. Yeah, I hate to say, yeah. Thank you, Elizabeth. History, go to Kendo World and watch Alex Bennett since his lecture. It's a very good lecture. He's specialized in that. So, and again, Alman, it maybe sounds harsh, but yeah, Kendo, Kenjutsu, we are siblings, but you have to separate those. If you want to do pure Kendo, you can just forget about Kenjutsu part, you know? And if you want to do Kenjutsu style, you got to do Kenjutsu, okay? So, yes, we are on the same category, but we do things differently. Okay, so unfortunately, we don't mix them together. If I train George, if I train with George, this guy, I will do a foot sweep and I will probably throw him when I have a chance. But I don't really do that anymore because my body hurts too. So, hi guys, thank you for being here. I went way over 30 minutes and I really appreciate you guys are here. Thank you very much. And as I said, maybe I'm going to have to stop doing this live broadcast soon in October. I don't know when, but certainly I have to, I cannot do 1 week or 3 or 4 times in the middle of October because I'm going to UK. So I won't be able to do it. I'm sorry about that in advance. Okay, Sensei, Hema, which is historical. People read the old longsword technique and then they apply them in sparring. Are there any kenjutsu books? I think there's a lot of kenjutsu books if you research. As I said, kenjutsu techniques. I don't know what you mean by kenjutsu techniques. Like I said, the kenjutsu techniques, what we use, kendo techniques are from kenjutsu techniques. So, and then it's modified so we can use in kendo, right? So it's a bit different. There's some techniques cannot be used in kendo because it's different now. So you gotta know about it. Okay, so thank you again for being here, and I really appreciate your support. And I will see you next week. Yeah, I will see you next week, Monday, and let's go. And then we're gonna talk about this kamae. All right. I think someone asked me about it as well. So yeah, thank you again for watching and coming, and I hope you have a great morning, day, afternoon, evening, and night. All right, thank you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Have a great weekend.